What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are using a Pokemon that dominated the early stages of Scarlet and Violet, but in Regulation G, you're not seeing that much of. We're showcasing Annihilape in ranked Regulation G today. Now, when it comes to Annihilape, this Pokemon is a perfect combo with Ice Rider Calyrex, considering it learns Coaching, boosting defense, and attack stat at the same time. So we can actually use Annihilape, pair it up with Calyrex, coach into it, make it do a ridiculous amount of damage. On top of that, Annihilape's a very strong Pokemon on its own. This one's rocking Taunt with the Stellar Terror type with Rage Fist and Close Combat for big time damage. So super excited to be using this Pokemon. Cannot wait to use it in ranked Regulation G because, like I said, it's not getting the loving it deserves. Speaking of coaching, we have two coaching Pokemon on today's team. Not only Annihilape, but Iron Valiant is also taking that role. With Cork Drive and a Booster Energy, it's got Moonblast, Encore, and Disable as well. Ice Rider Calyrex obviously are restricted Pokemon. With the Assault Vest, it's got Glacial Lance, Seed Bomb, Crunch, and High Horsepower for a very versatile moveset. And then our final three Pokemon, Heatran, Indeedee, and Sinistcha. Indeedee going to be a great support Pokemon who can set Trick Room. Sinistcha, a great healing Pokemon that can set Trick Room. And then Heatran, just a great Pokemon all around with a great Terror type of bug to pair up with Splash Fire. It's got Magma Storm, Will-O-Wisp, Protect, and Heavy Slam. Really solid moveset all around. Should be able to rock out with this squad and hopefully grab some wins for you guys. If you guys want to run the team for yourself, the code is at the top right hand corner, and if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. But without further ado, let's hop into match number 1, showcasing Annihilape in ranked Regulation G. First match coming at you guys, and it wouldn't be a Jeans video if I wasn't versing Miraidon, specifically this Miraidon team. I verse it every time I record. You guys can definitely vouch for me. It's kind of getting annoying at this point, but nonetheless, versing this top tier team with Whimsicott, Miraidon, Ogerpon, Urshifu for Rigoryph, and Iron Hand. Said that about 1,000 times in Regulation G. Man, I just wish we'd go back to Regulation H. Regulation H was so much fun in my opinion. I had such a good time. But we're here. Match number 1 underway. I could go Calyrex and Indeedee. Terrain control could be pretty good for us, especially right off the rip. Kirkham could also be nice. And you know what? I am going to end up doing this. These two for my lead. They could maybe... I think of what they could do. No, I like this lead. I like this lead here. So I'm going to go into both of them. I am going to bring Annihilape in the back end. Last but not least, we are going to bring in this Heatran. Heatran can be relatively decent here. I like it better than Sinistcha, to be honest, because I don't just want to put all my eggs in one basket with Calyrex and just have like a bunch of support Pokemon. So I like having this Heatran here just for a little bit more offensive power, because this team's pretty heavy reliant on the Calyrex, which I feel like most Calyrex teams are. That's just how it plays. But we're going to end up popping here with a nice lead of Indeedee and Calyrex. And I think our first turn, do we just pop Trick Room? Do we just pop Trick Room and go straight into Glacial Lance? I think that could be pretty good. I think that could be pretty lovely. I do pop those nice little Psychic Seeds for special defense boost. Indeedee's item is the Psychic Seeds, which is great. Yeah, I'm cool with just going into Glacial Lance here and chipping off some damage and popping Trick Room. I think that's gotta be our play. So I can get off this Trick Room, then eventually I can just go into a Psychic into that slot. He's gonna go for an Endeavor turn 1, which actually does decent damage. He's gonna start and strikes this slot, which we're gonna be able to soak. It's really good news. And I could always heal Pulse it next turn. We should be able to soak up any... I was gonna say any other move. I was gonna say Aqua Jet, but I have Psychic Terrain out here, which is great news. So I'm able to put this thing on 1 HP. Really good for us. And I'm able to get off this Trick Room. This lovely little Trick Room. So I could honestly heal Pulse here. But what I'm really thinking is just going for Glacial Lance into a Psychic and doubling down into that Urshifu slot. Just to get rid of it, right? Because I can't use first turn priority unless they swap terrains. That'd be a real... Do I Terrasilize just in case? I feel like we should. Right? But if they swap into terrain, yeah, we're gonna Terrasilize just in case. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's not an option. I'm gonna Terrasilize just in case, because I need to soak up this shot. They could easily go into Water Tower here with a terrain swap just so they can use Aqua Jet. They're not doing that, but it was an option. So instead, I'm just gonna do this. I'm going to double down to this Urshifu slot. I'm going to make sure I get rid of it. Just going to make sure I get rid of this Pokemon. I can heal Pulse potentially next turn. I got a few different options here, but Glacial Lance is going to launch. pick up some great damage, more importantly pick up a KO, and Indeedee in this terrain You should be able to pick up a KO here. Let's be honest here. You should be able to pick up a KO. You should be able to pick up a KO. If not, you're fired. You're off the team. Cool. Urshifu gone. Alright, so we know Miraidon's one of their final Pokemons. I'm curious to see who their other one is. I'm hoping it's not Iron Hands. It's Miraidon, yeah. Can you show me like Ogerpon? Don't be Iron Hands. It's gonna be Iron Hands. It's definitely Iron Hands. Yeah. Iron Hand's a bit tougher here. Do I hard swap the... Do I hard swap here? How many turns are left in this Trick Room? They're going to be forced to double down at this point with the Fake Out. You know, we're just going to go for Glacial Lance to follow me. Unless you're ripping Dazzling Gleam or Discharge. I'm just going to Psychic his slot. He protects me right on. That's fine. That's fine. You not faking me out? Wild Charge. Okay, he's just simply slower. Alright, okay, so Follow Me probably should have been in play there. That's fine. I'll take a little bit of chip damage with Psychic. Iron Hand's super slow at this point. We don't have Terra. Psychic is going to launch here. A little bit of Psychic damage. Never hurt anybody. Good damage into that Pokemon. They're going to Annihilape at this point. I think we just go into you. Start setting up some Magma Storms. Just for some slow chip damage could be really good. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Magma Storm. Inflicts damage for the next couple turns. Its accuracy's low though. I'm gonna throw a burn onto you first and foremost. And then just follow me the shot. Let's do it. Let's slow things down a bit. Let's try to get a burn onto this Iron Hands, because this is going to be tough. I feel like we maybe would have needed our Terror type. Terror type definitely could have been clutch later in the match. But they're going to finally Terrasilize their Pokemon. It's going to be this Iron Hands into straight water. So we can still burn it, which is great news. He gets rid of his Psychic weakness, which is pretty good for him. But I need to land this burn. This burn is very, very important for me. So I can definitely see a Wild Charge. I can definitely see him doubling down into this DD slot. And first move is going to be Drain Punch. So he's going to get back a good chunk of HP. Drain Punch going to almost put him up to full. And what is Miraidon going for? Will-O-Wisp is going to land, which is awesome. Great. So they pick up that burn. Rhydon, big time threat. Maybe I should have swapped in DD. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's dead anyway. It's going to die out here. And now I'm sitting here getting to bring out my Annihilape. Alright. So Annihilape going to come out here. We already know that what's called is fastest on the field. Iron Hands. Iron Hands most likely wants to go for a Drain Punch into my Heatran. At this point, we could probably soak it. Do I start ripping Rage Fist? Probably. I'm gonna go for Magma Storm. We are sitting in a tough position. I'm gonna go for this Rage Fist here. Maybe it'll chip up some damage into me and then get off this Rage Fist, but let's see. Protects me right on. We double down into that slot too. This is a big time turn for him. This is a good turn for him. Drain Punch gonna launch. He gets off some free damage, and it's just over from here. It's just over. The one Pokemon I didn't want them bringing out here was Iron Hands, and Iron Hands was just a perfect Pokemon to kind of get after me. I definitely should have probably followed me and kept my what's it called? My Ice Rider Calyrex should deal some damage into this Iron Hands, but I just felt like my Calyrex was slowest on the field at the time. I didn't even think about this Iron Hands outspeeding it, to be honest. But Trick Room does end. We now know he's the fastest on the field. I could see an Electric Drift fly out from what's it called? From Miraidon into Annihilape. I can focus that shot, but he's going to actually attack this slot and take out my Heatran. If he takes out my Heatran, are we going to see a Wild Charge launch? Most likely. And I pretty much need to one-tap this. This Miraidon here. I pretty much need to one-tap it. But I can't. I have no damage boost from my Rage Fist. I have no damage boost. There's that Wild Charge launch. It's gonna do it's still a decent amount of damage. Like even with the burn, it's doing a lot of damage. And at this point, Miraidon just outspeeds. So GG's to our opponent here. Match number 1 going to them. That electric terrain just boosting the damage so much. I should have probably played that a little bit better, but it is what it is. We're gonna bounce back in match number 2. Try to use Annihilape a little bit better. Match number 2, and look who it is, Miraidon yet again. I hate going up against Miraidon. I do it every video, multiple times at this point. Back-to-back matches going up against Miraidon. Looking to bounce back, looking for our first victory in today's video. They also have Whimsicott. They're rocking out with Farigiraf. They got Urshifu, Ursaluna, and Ogerpon. So they can really thrive out with Trick Room. They really can. I'm going to go Annihilape here alongside with Calyrex. I feel like that's a solid lead for us. I really do like that lead. Plus, I don't think they're leading Miraidon. If they do, we have Indeedee in the back end, which is great. But I'm going to try to coach boost up right here early on in this matchup. So that could be good. Definitely could be good. So I'm going to go into both of them. They're bringing Sinisha and just go like more support side. Because I mean, Sinisha's going to be great here. Let's be honest here. Sinisha's solid. Sinisha's solid. It's got Machagacha. That can do damage into that Urshifu if it's water. Into that Ursaluna. I like it. Plus, it's just a supporting factor. The hospitality of the ability. Rage Powder effect, especially into electric Miraidon. So if he wants to go for electric drips, we could just soak those all day. Eat them up. Rage Powder it up. But again, looking for a win more importantly. Match number 1 didn't go so hot for us, but again, we're going to try to get after here. They got Farigiraf and Urshifu. It is the Dark Urshifu, which is a tad bit scarier than I'd like. Definitely got to coach boost him. Dark move is not looking good. They could maybe just like imprison Trick Room. But from here, I am simply just going to do this. And honestly, I could just close combat that down. I'm going to Terrasilize and launch Glacial Lance. A little bit of Water Terror. Little bit of Water Terror here. Let's see what he wants to do. He's probably just going to go into Wicked Blow, do a good chunk of damage to me. But I really want to get off this coaching boost. Just an attack boost by itself is just... It's too big to pass up on. Who knows? Maybe they detect the Urshifu turn 1, which wouldn't be bad for us. But we're going to see a Terra-type launch from him. Probably Urshifu. He's looking for some damage here. He's looking for some damage. Stellar or Dark? Steel, actually. Okay, so it's a defensive Terra-type Urshifu. Alright, I understand it. Hopefully you attack by Annihilape. I would actually really like that. The double Terror right off the rip. Right off the rip, the Terrors are flying. They're flying! Water Terror on my boy. I wonder if they're going for Imprison Trick Room. I think a lot of Farigirafs are going to rip that. Let's see. Helping Hand Boost. He's going after my boy. He's going after my boy right off the rip. Something I don't like. Iron Head flying. Iron Head, really? Instead of Wicked Blow? That's fine. We soak that all day. Nice little Water Terror. Coaching going to boost us up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. At this point, we're definitely just going to close combat down this Urshifu. That does great damage. I could honestly just coach up again and start ripping, but I think the smart play here is just to do this and go into Glacial Lance. Just in case he wants to swap that Urshifu, but honestly, another coaching boost would have KO'd this thing. But I like the close combat, just in case of swap. Just in case of swap. Because he knows it too. I can go for Helping Hand boost here. You know, for Helping Hand Wicked Blow, is that the play call? Yeah, we should soak this. Awesome. Awesome, great, cool, dope. Close combat's gonna launch. My defense does drop, however, I can swap into my Sinisha next turn if I want to. Things are getting a little scary because we know Miraidon's gonna come out here. I might even swap, what's it called? Might even swap Calyrex. I might even swap Calyrex, because if they go into Miraidon, which they're most likely going to do, they're going to target down my Calyrex. I don't have Protect on it, which really sucks. I would love to have Protect. If I had Protect on this Calyrex, it'd be so big, because I would just Protect it, swap it to Sinisha, Rage Powder the next turn, and kind of go from there. Now we're sitting in a bit of a tougher situation here. Bit of a tougher situation. Where I should be swapping to Calyrex. I think I have to swap to Calyrex. I'm just going to rip a close combat here. they don't have Terra. We're going to swap this Calyrex. We are going to go into Sinistcha. Yeah, and just try to get this Trick Room set up, because we definitely need Trick Room for later. Alright. You're right on launching. You're right on big time problem. Just a problem all day today. So let's try to figure out a way around this. So Sinistcha's going to fly out here. Next Drift, he's going to make that read all day. You little biscuit. You making a Protect read? Able to live on 1. Can you go first, Annihilape? You're pretty fast. You're pretty speedy. 158 or 156 speed. Hoping you're faster. You're not, but Power Up's going to launch into Sinistcha, which is fine. So I am able to get off this close combat, which is great news. Rocky Helmet's going to chip up damage. Take away Sturdy. We might be able to pick up the KO here. We do. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And the Sinistcha swap working perfectly. So, nice little focus sash on that Annihilape. Annihilape actually deleting Pokemon right now. Close combat doing a ton of damage. From here, honestly, Rage Fist, not bad. How many times we get hit? Once? Close combat's still doing a bit more damage. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to pop a Trick Room. Let's see, he's going to launch Electro Drift. That's fine by me. Take out my Annihilape. That's fine by me. Because I'm popping Trick Room, and you don't have Terror type, and I'm bringing out Calyrex. And I'm bringing out Calyrex, baby. And then I can just simply Rage Powder away. And that's game, set, match. Unless you're rocking Gleam Gleam. You could be rocking Gleam Gleam, but I mean, I can just go for... No. We're fine here. You could be rocking Gleam Gleam, but you're going to have to take a Glacial Lance. And Glacial Lance might just KO you. It simply might just KO you. Let's be honest here. It's probably just going to KO you. The Glacial Lance, we will go into the Rage Powder. And I should pretty much just wrap it up. I mean, unless, again, Gleam Gleam. That's in Gleam Gleam. Can do some damage, but I don't know. Oh no, let's see. Good call for us to pop the Trick Room, and this is just one tap. And yeah, why should I even worry? We all know Ice Rider Calyrex is broken. It one taps pretty much any Pokemon it touches. GG's. We bounce back here, match number 2. Get to use Annihilape really, really well. Final match coming at you guys, and we're not versing Miraidon. We're versing another purple restricted Pokemon, Shadow Rider Calyrex. So just as strong, just as lethal. Amazing Pokemon here. They also got Entei. They got female Basculegion, which you don't see too often. Then they got Raging Bolt, Maushold, and Amoonguss. Okay, they could kind of counter Trick Room. Their team is looking pretty strong. Looking like a nice little pop-on Maushold chance, too. I'm thinking we just go straight to Trick Room. Entei Calyrex. Not bad here. And bring in my Heatran. That could be good. We definitely want Entei as lead. We go Entei Calyrex, probably. I like that. And then we're just going to go Heatran. Heatran alongside with Annihilape. That sounds great for me. Excuse me. But, yeah, this team could get out of hand. I mean, everybody knows Shadow Rider Calyrex is just ungodly good. So I have to watch out for bringing it in this terrain and hoping that this thing doesn't have Expanding Force. I mean, we are leading Ice Rider Calyrex, who is weak to the Astral Barrage. So if that's the case, if they lead Shadow Rider Calyrex, which they don't, I was going to say we Terrastallize Calyrex, but we still might Terrastallize Calyrex, considering, obviously, Basculegion's on the field. Very strong Pokemon. Pop Bomb looking scary. I wish I had Trick Room on Calyrex. I don't have Trick Room or Protect, which are like 2 elite moves for that thing, but I am going to try to pop the Trick Room. I am going to go into, do I go Seed Bomb? Do I maybe go Seed Bomb here? My Terra type. It is Fairy, but I mean, I'm just gonna do a Trick Room. Do I go Seed Bomb with a nice little Water Terra? Or do I just rip Glacial Lance? I think we just rip Glacial Lance. Let's just rip a Glacial Lance. But honestly, this kind of throws off a lot of opponents just attacking with Calyrex turn 1, because a lot of opponents think, okay, like follow me, Trick Room, like they're not gonna attack all this stuff, and then it throws off a lot of opponents just by attacking. But we're going to Terrastallize just to bypass any ghost move from this Basculegion. Or even if he wants to hit me with the water move, I am Water Terra. So, nice little Terra type on our Calyrex. Works so perfectly for this Pokemon. It really does. Especially in Regulation G. It's so good. And he's going to end up taunting me. Something I do not like. Muddy Water is going to launch here. And Calyrex soaks no problem. No accuracy drop. That's great news. Glacial Lance does launch, and is going to do relatively good damage into both these guys. I'm taunted now. Psychic's really my only option. I'm just gonna attack with Psychic. Just gonna double down into the slot. Into the Basilisk Legion slot. Hopefully that's enough damage. We can take out the Massable with this Glacial Lance. He could protect it. Taunt was big time turn 1. Indeed, he's still pretty good here. But I might want to swap it for later. I do have the what's called. Oh, you're gonna taunt me? I don't have Trick Room. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, I don't have Trick Room. I wish I did. I wish I did. I would have wanted to follow me Trick Room last turn. He's gonna rip a Shadow Ball. That's fine by me. So we should be able to soak Shadow Ball decently well with this Assault Vest, which we do. Psychic can now launch it. Can you bring it down low enough where Glacial Lance can KO? I don't think Glacial Lance can KO that. Maushold definitely dead to this. Glacial or Basilisk Legion? No. Alright. We get rid of the Maushold. I think I'm going to need to make a swap here. Let's see what they want to bring out here. Dude, I really wish we had Protect. I really wish we had Protect. Really, really wish we had Protect. I would love to just Protect, swap, and get out someone else. They're going to bring out their Calyx, which is a little scary here. Definitely a little scary. I really don't want to bring out anybody else. I really don't want to. It just doesn't seem good for me. It really doesn't. Our best bet's going to be doing that and going into a crunch here. I can't use Follow Me. I don't think swapping's the play because we're just going to die out here. Expanded Force does launch. Kind of hurt the soul a little bit. Calyx able to soak, which is great news. The Shadow Ball's going to launch. You should soak this. Live in the red. Let's go, Calyx. That might have just won me the game. Alright, cool. So my Pokemon are just able to out-tank. This Calyx is super bulky with this Assault Vest. Especially Expanding Force. I thought that would have did a bit more damage than that. But Crunch flies. We say bye-bye to you. We're +1. We're +1. Bye-bye to you. And match number 3 going to be pretty simple, pretty easy for us. Just our Pokemon being stronger than theirs. Out-bulking. Big-time damage. Just better. Just better. And I shake off Taunt, so I have a chance at Sweep. I have a chance at a Sweep here. I have a chance at a Sweep. Their final Pokemon is going to be Indeedee, and I think we just swept, because from here, I can just go Follow Me. I can soak up whatever he has to offer, and then just go into a Crunch, which is +2. So a Sweep to finish off today's video. They end up canceling the match. We go 2-1. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Got to showcase Annihilape in Ranked Regulation G. This team definitely heavily relied on Calyrex, but I'm glad we were able to use Annihilape, especially in match number 2, to just delete opponents with close combat. It worked out so well, especially with the Focus Sash. I feel like this moveset was just perfect for this team. Coaching to boost to Calyrex, Rage Fist for big time damage after you take damage, Taunt to kind of get rid of Trick Room users, and then Close Combat for insane amount of damage. Base 120, Stab. You already know Annihilape's attack stat is high enough to output some big time damage. So Close Combat does a lot of damage. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new here, click that bigger subscribe button so you know when all of my videos go live. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you spread positive today. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.